the Steam Deck for a couple months now, and I love this thing so much. Chef's kiss. The best part about the Steam Deck is its portability. You can take this sucker anywhere, and while I mostly use mine in dock mode, I have taken it out in the wild a bunch of times. There's been a few trips I've gone on where the Steam Deck has saved the day and keeping me busy. But recently, I made a massive mistake in taking my Steam Deck to definitely the worst place you could bring a Steam Deck. I played my Steam Deck in bed, on the couch, and as soon as I got the thing up and running, I played Sonic Adventure on the bathroom while taking a dump. But in the last couple of months, I've gone away a few times where having a portable handheld device really came in handy. My mom and grandma flew up from Florida for a few weeks to stay at our house in upstate New York, on top of a mountain in the middle of nowhere. So I took the 2.5-hour trip up with my brother and sat in the back seat to watch my nephew. Luckily, he was asleep most of the time, so I got to play Digimon World 3 for most of that car ride, until he woke up and started screaming for hours. When we got to our house, again in the middle of nowhere, our phones immediately lost service. Apparently, lightning had struck the cell tower covering our area, and all we could do was sit around and talk to each other, watch HSN and QVC with my grandma, and listen to my aunt talk about the Rangers who were in the playoffs at the time. So there were many hours spent hiding in my room with the Steam Deck, beating the shit out of pixelated Digimon while looking out the window at the beautiful views of the mountains behind my house. It was pure bliss having this thing, until my nephew woke up every day at 4 a.m. screaming throughout the house. Well, when I came down from upstate, I had to get an oil change for my car, which was gonna take hours, so I brought my Steam Deck to kill the time. I walked down the block to this nice coffee place and sat outside and played some Paper Mario Thousand Year Door while eating a brownie for breakfast. It was great. It was seriously so nice outside. I was enjoying the breeze while trying to kill that giant dragon boss and dying a million times before I had to walk back to get my car. But I figured, hey, F it. Let's go get an everything bagel with tuna for lunch and sit outside again and play more of my Steam Deck since I am pasty white and never get sun. It was a nice day, and I really put the Steam Deck to use. But my next trip was a big, dumb, fat mistake that I regret, and this is hands down the worst place you could ever bring a Steam Deck to: the beach. My wife and I packed up my car, and I thought, hey, while I'm being set on fire by the water, I should bring my Steam Deck and play some Tekken 3. As soon as we got there, I made a run for the food place, and I got the biggest, fattest hot dogs you've ever seen. I was drooling. We set up our spot on the beach, and I started pouring ketchup all over my dog. I figured, hey, WTF, let me whip out my Steam Deck that's in brand new condition and start playing Tekken 3 while I suck down this dog. Not only could I not see the screen because the sun was blaring, but I got up to take my shirt off and had spilled ketchup all over myself. So I panicked and I threw my Steam Deck on the beach towel and I ran into the ocean. Luckily, I didn't get ketchup on my Steam Deck, but I did get sand all over it. I also got sand all over the case it comes with and in my backpack. I was soaked from the ocean, so I had to wait to dry off before I could put my Steam Deck away, and I sat and had to watch the sand blow all over the damn thing. I finally cleaned off the sand and tossed it in my bag and was worried it was going to be broken, so we raced home. Thank God it was fine. There was no sand in the actual device, but I learned a lesson that day: never eat a hot dog in public again. I can't think of a worse place to bring a Steam Deck, or any gaming handheld device for that matter. They don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Like up my ass. Alright, well, let me know if you've taken your Steam Deck out in the wild on any successful trips, or if there's been any bad experience you've had with the device. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you to everybody who's been watching lately. Alright, goodbye.